Hey everyone, how you doing? Sydney Brown here. I am just checking in, going live. Want to talk to you about some things that are going on in August in my world, and then see if anyone wants to hop on and chat. Uh, if you don't know me, I am basically I call myself a memoir mastermind. I help people write and share their stories. I also am a best-selling author and I teach people how to write their stories. Now, there's a lot of different things that could encompass, and I do have some flexible programs and different things like that. But on YouTube, usually what I do here is I really just do a lot of sharing, a lot of basic teaching to help people get their bearings to figure out, is this something that you think you can do? Even if you don't think you can, I think you can probably, as long as you have a creative imagination. The tools that are out there in the world today don't keep you from becoming a published author. You are the only one who will hold yourself back from being that, if that's your goal. So, what I do want to just kind of, while we're waiting to see if anyone pops on to do some chat, I want to just kind of run you through some things that are going on in my world this month in the writing side. So, first of all, on the 19th, I have a workshop coming up. It is 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time on August 19th. And that is going to have exercises. It's going to be immersive where you actually jump into the workshop with me in a Zoom. You ask questions, you go through the exercises that I've allocated, and then we do some talk. It may be some spotlight session where each person, and I'm keeping the classes small, but each person is able to really get clear on WTF they want to do with their lives, and I'm not saying I'm a life coach, I'm a writing coach. So I can't help you with your life so much, but if you know where you've been and you know where you want to go, I'm going to walk you through some exercises that will help you figure out what you actually can do to help people. Now, a lot of people go into life coaching because they know that they want to help people, but they don't know, and I did this too. They don't know what the hell they want to do. And that's so sad because they feel that need to help. And yes, you probably want to make some money off of it too. But let me tell you, there are so many people that put coach after their name, and there's no regulation for that. So anybody can be a coach. You can be a life coach. You can get a $20 certification and be a certified life coach. What matters is, can you actually help someone? And if you don't get your own view clear, you're not going to be able to help anybody else. And that took me several years to figure out on my own. And I paid coaches um, at least $10,000 of what I'm going to call mostly wasted money. Not all of it was, because you'll get nuggets no matter whether you have a good coach or not. You'll get nuggets that are good. But what I really want to do is help you with these low entry point prices. So in a workshop, it's like $99, $97 maybe, for a 3-hour program, a workshop where you get in there and you actually walk out with stuff that will help you. Now, FYI, I do swear. So if it offends you, either put cotton in your ears or I don't know. I want to help you, but I try to tone myself down a little bit. I'll say it like that. But it's very important that you have to be clear on your own goals, on your own accomplishments, so that way then we can move into same day figuring out how to tell that story that we help you figure out, which is your story. We'll help you figure out how to tell that story so that you don't come across as preachy or condescending, because let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there who are like cramming their views down people's throats, and all it does is piss people off. You don't want to piss someone off. You want to help them. And I'm sure that you genuinely want to help them, right? So you have to learn how to be more subtle about things. Now, I'm not the best at being subtle, let me be clear, but there's a way to present yourself that you're not saying, "Wow, you suck. You did bad things." You're not judging them. So that's what we're really going to focus on in there as well. And then by the end of this, you're going to have something that will take you into whether you want to be a speaker or an author or a coach or just maybe you have a sales job, maybe you just are sad and lonely and you just want to learn how to make more friends, because sometimes we're losing our social skills, guys. um, it's hard. It's hard out there and people are lonely, and so it's a real issue. But you don't have to want to save the world to want to save yourself. And sometimes just learning how to know how to talk about yourself without being ashamed or feeling, dirty or something, about, well, I don't want to brag, I don't want to do this. We'll work through some of that. So what I want you to do right now until the 12th, we are running early bird. Early bird is, I think, $49. The regular price is 97. So that last week before we're booked and we have the workshop on the 19th, it will be $97 that last week. Right now, it is only 49 with the early bird, and you get a bonus of 3 months in my inner circle group. So if you're interested in that, you want to go to respectthecall.com. RESPECT, respectthecall.com. And that is what we're calling the But What Story. That's the name of the workshop this month. But what story? Because everyone has a story. You have a story. But what story are you supposed to F and tell to get people to feel you? And that's the key. You have to get those emotions, whether you're writing, whether you're speaking, no matter what you're doing, you have to reach someone at an emotional level. So let's meet up. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP, because I am probably somewhere around 10 gonna go ahead and lock that out, because I want to be able to make sure that I give you the service and the value that you deserve. Now the next thing, we're also starting, and this will be in September. So really, after you go through the workshop, if you're interested in working with me, we'll be going into another session of I'm the Writer. And in I'm the Writer, basically, I do a couple different things. I help you if you want to become a ghostwriter, and I teach you how to write fiction, how to outline, how to do all of the different things, even if you're just a regular level writer, because there are tools out there that can take you from normal to being a really good writer. Now, I'm not saying you'll walk out of the program as, a major high caliber, because that takes time, that takes experience. But I will get you through the understanding of the process, and we're gonna get you to a point where you have a book and you can get it published. Now, I'm also a small publisher, so we'll talk about that. And if you have any questions about the I'm the Writer program, there's 3 different options. And for that, you would just go to writercertification.com. Again, that's writercertification.com. And then let's see what's next. Now, I am doing some collaborations. I've got a mafia book coming out that I'm collaborating with a friend, Lisa Maxwell, and she's done her book 1, her prologue, and now we are working together on the next one, which is in the same series. And oh gosh, I wish I had it with me, but it is in the same series. But the star of the book goes, Cassie is her name. She goes from being this high school girl who's all, prim and proper. She graduates college. And now at the start of book 1, Cassie is just a normal, college graduate. She's an overachiever. She's done all the right things. And then some things start getting real. And she's seeing some shady stuff going on, and she's trying to figure out WTF. And I'm not going to give it away, but you're going to want to see The book one that I'm doing as a collaboration with Elisa Maxwell. That'll be a really great one for you to see as well. Now, this will be on Amazon probably, if not by the end of this month, it definitely, I would say, early to mid September. So look for that. You can also follow Sydney Brown on as the author page on Amazon, and TLM Publishing House, TLM like the little miracle. Yes, it is sappy, but I started the company 22 years ago when my now baby 22-year-old was born, and he was my little miracle. So TLM Publishing House is the publishing firm that I have, and I do work with people in a hybrid kind of a situation. I share rights with you, different things like that to help you get, because a lot of people, a lot of these companies out there, they really want to collect, 2,000, 5,000. They want to collect money from you, and then you don't ever get anything. You'll get a finished book that no one helps you sell. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to help you sell a whole lot either, because let's be real, and I need you to understand the market for selling books it's a flooded market. So a lot of people are still buying books, but you have to know that it's going to take some grinding. It's going to take a hustle. You got to work it. You got to get out there and talk to people. You got to be seen. And if you're willing to do that, it doesn't matter who published, because if you get traditional published, you're probably going to have the same struggle. You'll get your check and then they may never write you again. They may never say yes to another book, because if you don't sell, if you don't figure out how to make yourself the celebrity, which isn't their job, uh, then they may not ever go with you again. So understand that being a writer also means being a hustler. You're not going to get anywhere. I mean, if it's personal value that you want to sell your books for, absolutely. Absolutely. You must. Everybody has a story in them. Everyone has a book in them. I firmly believe that. But you need to have realistic expectations. I don't want to go too deep into that, but just be real. That's my takeaway on that one. But that's called PenPossibilities program. And let's see what else. Right here on YouTube, the channel is the at just Sydney Brown. Now I have an entirely free memoir writing course on here that I encourage you to read. It's about, or read, watch. It's about 14 hours of video, and you can do it at your own pace, but it is absolutely free. And I really do encourage you to get in there, watch those. And if you would, please do me a favor, help support me, support you, support others, and like the videos, subscribe, because I really need that. And do as many, comments as you can, questions, and I absolutely will jump in there and interact with you as well. So please support me with that, because I am working toward getting monetized, I think they call it. And in doing that, that's going to help me be able to continue growing YouTube and sharing the knowledge. New programs. So we have the I Remember When. It's a memoir writing project, and it's a ballpark of $400, $500. And in doing that, I'm going to, within the year, you're going to walk out with a book. And we're going to do a lot of things that really will start with this workshop. So if you're looking for a lower price point to get a book out there, and you want it to be something that is sharing a part of your life, this is the thing that you really want to do, because going from the workshop this month to the I Remember When program is going to really help you get clear on what story you should write about. And then, do you want to fictionalize it, or do you want it to be raw and just totally real? If you have a coaching program, if you have any sort of a business that you need to help build your credibility, these books will do wonders for you. There's no reason for you to pay, $3,000 or $4,000 to do that, when this I Remember When program can actually get you in the door, out the door, and have a book in your hand. Now, you would have to buy your own copies. I give you one copy, but you would have a book in your hand that could go to publish, and you would be able to show that on your videos and to help people with that book, because a lot of the times people need to see who you are, what you can do before they invest in you. And that's important, because the world is full of so many people that just screw you over. And then there's the rest of us that are like, why do they do this? Because it's a black eye on everybody who's trying to help other people. Do your book, let them get that book, let them see who you are, and let them see your authenticity. And then they're going to be more apt to go ahead and invest in programs with you. So just a heads up with that. Start with the workshop this month, and then move into I Remember When, the memoir project. But what I was getting at, website for I Remember When is writercertification.com/remember. Again, that is writercertification.com/remember. And then the one that I was excited to tell you that we're getting ready to launch now is called Bump and Beyond. And it's the same thing essentially as the I Remember When. Now, it's even less expensive, because this isn't going to be about sharing your story with the world. This is going to be just you reflecting daily during your pregnancy, during your child's first year, during a year of something important going on in your life. Uh, Things like that. When you get through that time frame and you've reflected, you hand us your draft, and we'll go through it. We'll make sure that it looks okay. We'll put it in formatting. We'll put it in a cover, a custom cover that we'll help you with. And then you'll get a paperback of your reflections. Now, everybody can go to a card store and buy a baby book. And baby books, I don't want to undermine them, because I love them. I love baby books. But you know how it is when you have a baby book and it's like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm writing this for a minute, but you can't go deep. You can't really get into the emotions. And when you hand your book to your children who are now having children of their own, and you say, this is what I experienced, I want to share this with you as you go through the same thing. uh, there's nothing better. I actually did something like this. um, Walked through a friend who did it, actually, but they actually gave it to someone. I think that he was, I don't 12 or 13 when she gave it to him. But basically, he was going into, I guess, kind of the angsty years, and starting to kind of pull away from mommy and stuff. And she gave him the book, and it wasn't my book. It wasn't in that format, but it was her journals. And in doing that, he saw and he felt, and he because she wrote about how much she loved this little thing that was growing inside her. And I'm not gonna say that he's been a perfect kid ever since, because man, who wouldn't do this then? But it changed their relationship, because he would say, "Did you really say that? Did you really do that? Did I really kick that hard?" And different things like that. And it was just so emotional that, as I digested the story as she was talking about it one time, I thought, man, we got to be able to do this in a way that isn't just handing a journal down, because journals, they're special because you handwrite them, but at the same time, journals will fade, and journal pages will, I mean, books will too, but Sometimes they're hard to read and different things like that. But when you put it in a book and we put a few pictures in there and we have a custom cover, that becomes a legacy that you will hand to your children, to your children's children, and just further on down. You wouldn't necessarily want to print 500 of them. You print five, and that's all you need. And you it's an amazing feeling. And I'm so excited to do that. And honestly, that program is only starting out. It may go up, but it's only going to be, I think, $200 or $300. I've got it written down somewhere, but uh, just look into that. That's going to be at bumpandbeyondbook.com. All right. Um, I think that is about it, guys. Let's see, how long have we been here? 20 minutes, and I don't see any chat yet. So I'm going to just let you go for now. I hope that you've had a great summer so far. Everyone's getting back to school. It's time to get writing. Now's the time. So I really do urge you, go to the respectthecall.com and go ahead and sign up for that workshop, because literally, whether you want to be a writer, a speaker, it doesn't matter. Just want to learn how to get along with people and how to come out of your shell a little bit. You need to learn who you are and how to talk to people. And those are some of the things that we're really going to focus on the 19th. It's a Saturday, 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern. And I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.